Evening everybody, how are you doing? Hope you're well. Hey there Abraxas, hope you're good. Hey Era42. And no, not quite an Airwolf rendition, Era42. It's the opening theme to one of my favourite movies of all time, The Long Good Friday, starring Bob Hoskins. Hence the slightly unusual name to the stream, but yeah, it seemed pretty apt given today is Good Friday, so hope you're all well. I'm just going to sort out the audio levels because I've yet once again forgotten to turn those down. If all's good with the levels now, just let me know and we'll get things started. So hey Sansian, how you doing? Hope you're well. Looking forward to catching up tomorrow, so I'm on the hard stuff tonight, so owing to the drive tomorrow morning, so it's been really warm here today, so I've spent a good amount of it down on the beach, so quite thirsty actually. Audio is fine. Awesome. So, yep, tonight we're going to be playing on the Amiga 600 and over there is the Mega Drive. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be playing on tonight. Excuse the very wonky cam, but yeah, so we're going to play some Mega Turrican on the Mega Drive there. And I don't really have much to show you on this side of things really, but obviously we'll be playing Turrican on this bad little one, so so a bit of both really. Okay, cool. Hey Mad Pete, hope you're well. Good to see you. Hope you're all, whether you've had a day off or not, I hope you've had a good day, so just going to try and get my phone to show the messages properly, so yeah, Mega Drive, you know it, Sansian. There we go. Okay, I think we're all good here, so let's just turn down the Mac audio. Okay. Yeah, so I thought we'd start off with Turrican 2 on the Amiga. Sort of one of the iconic games of the Amiga platform, really. One of its best action games, so be interested to hear what your first experiences playing Turrican were, so do tell me all about them in the chat. Hey Yuri, hope you're alright. Hope you've had a good day. We're just going to start off with some Turrican 2 on the Amiga. Ooh. That's better. Get these bad dudes. So yeah, this is just one of those games where I was just thinking, oh, I've got to give that a blast. I was inspired by Amiga Bill's stream last Sunday evening where he was enjoying some Turrican 3 on the Amiga, and things got a bit late, unfortunately, to get some gameplay in there and then, but I'm not going to be able to get that. I was suitably encouraged to pick it up again and give it a blast, and as soon as I have Mega Turrican for the Mega Drive, which is basically Turrican 3, I thought it was high time to crack it out and give it a go. Ooh. So, yes. Great game. Hey there, DB. Hope you're well. Yeah, what a game, hey, Pete. It's just... oh, rats. Yeah. Yeah, it's not what you sort of expect to find straight away, is it? So, at the very start of the level, but I think that's just part of its appeal, that it sort of gets you exploring straight away. I really hate this weapon I've got at the moment. Need something with a greater spread shot on it, really. Ah. Yeah, that is a bit of a strange thing here, 42. I like my action platformers though, so... yeah, there's, I mean, obviously there are really good action platforms to me, but none ever really got to the heights that Turrican reached, but all versions of it are very good. I'd say probably on balance on the Amiga, I enjoyed Turrican 2 the most. Yay, why not? But there's certainly plenty to choose from. Yeah, the audio is amazing, isn't it? Chris Hulsbeck did a masterful job with the audio on this game. It's absolutely stunning. I do find playing with the joystick quite hard though, and I did try it with the Mega Drive pad, but that was just even weirder, and hitting the C button on the Mega Drive pad caused all sorts of crazy stuff to happen on the screen, so I thought better of using that. So although I find playing Mega Turrican absolutely fine using the Mega Drive's pad, but then of course obviously all the buttons do what they should do, so yeah, only gaming today, Raw. Nice to see you, hope you're well. So yeah, no game pixel art today. It's tomorrow I'm popping down to see Sanjian, the future is 8-bit in the chat, and I just thought, let's just have a bit of gaming. It's Good Friday here, so time to have a bit of a chill and play some Turrican basically, which I thought would be the order of the day. So come on, it's here somewhere. Where is it? There it is. That's a better weapon. I also loved how Turrican was, it didn't feel restrictive in your movement, and it was sort of gave you the ability to really explore the environment. It was, yeah, just a great game just to sort of spend hours in, really. I don't know if you can get this dude by laying the bombs, to be honest with you. Maybe you can't. Sounds like squeaky. What use it? Yeah, it is a squeaky joystick. It's my beloved zip stick, but it definitely needs a bit of service. But I think the problem is that when I take things apart, they have a habit of never working again. And I'm just afraid that if I take apart this zip stick, that'll be the last I'll see of it. And as it's the only decent joystick I own, I'm a bit loath to mess with it at the moment. But I did watch Miss Mad Lemon's zip stick restoration video that she did not so long ago. And it didn't look too difficult, but even so, things that don't look too difficult end up being a major headache for somebody like me. It's just not something I'm very... But yeah, it's certainly squeaky, so apologies for the racket that it makes. Ah. No, don't. Handy, 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 handy. Yeah, the Kempstons and the Cheetahs, yeah, they were... Yeah, I've had a few cheetah joysticks in my time, so... All awful. So... Yeah. I remember when I first got the Commodore 64, I think it took me all of about 2 weeks from it being brand new to my dad having to take the whole computer back because the joystick was broken. We didn't really understand back then, but yeah, I ended up taking it back to Argos, so because the cheetah joystick that Commodore bundled, this awful grey thing, which has a reputation for being absolutely useless. I ruined playing Flimbo's Quest, so... Ooh. That's quite useful in these close quarters. Can't get the words out. Ah, go away. Ah, rats. The cheetah snaps it, yeah. Oh wow, that sounds awesome, Mad Pete. Micro switching it, that's a great idea. Right. Oh no, I need to jump on this guy's gun really to get the shots in, but I'm not very good at it, unfortunately. Ah. Gonna get mullet here. Let's just get him with a couple of those. Ah! It's difficult pressing the spacebar to get the ball action. I do find that it's not very comfortable sort of action to do, to take your hand away from that joystick, as it were. So, oh, oh, got him. Yeah, sorry if I'm not following all of the chat, guys. This is a pretty intense game. Oh, no, 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 no. Doing that badly. Very badly indeed. Ah. That was close. Although I'm already down to absolutely no lives at all. Not good. I just hate these little green dudes. They're so hard to kill. And I'm back to this... Oh, ran out of time. Oh, well. Oh, I got a high score. Lovely. Maybe some of the swag meet could fix it for me. Yeah, that's true, Error 42. I shall definitely give that a 4. I'm sure there'll be somebody there who can do something with that, so... So I'm just catching up with the chat, guys, because PowerPlay Cruiser joystick. Yeah, I used to have one of those. I think that was a joystick that I eventually got when the various cheaters broke, so... There you go. Well, I've got a higher score than the game's programmer, so that'll do for me. Pink and green, yeah. Mine was just black, so... It was quite a good joystick, but I'm sure one of those broke as well that we had. So, yeah, it was a lot better though. Much better than any of the other rubbish that we had, so... That's better. Ooh. Lots of action to start with there. See if we can make a better job of it this time. Don't want this. That weapon. Ah! They're quite hidden against the waterfall, those little green dudes, so... Now, do I go after the extra life up here? Because that's where all the time runs down usually, but we'll give it a go. We'll just try and speed through this bit. Ah! Well, I definitely need that extra life now, so... So I hope the weather's been good where you guys have been. It's been really awesome here. So, actually spent most of the afternoon sat on the beach, which was great, because... Seems like this has been one of the longest winters in a long time for me for some reason. I don't know why that is, but yeah, it just seems to have really dragged, so it's good to feel some warmth again at last, so yeah, tomorrow I'm headed down to the southwest of England, going to catch up with Sansian, have a day of just retro goodness, I think, so which will be awesome. So really excited about that, but it's an early start, so I should be setting off here probably about 6:30 in the morning for the 3-hour drive or so. But it'll be worth it. So we may do a little stream. I don't know. It just all depends on time and everything, doesn't it? So, but yeah, this is pretty much definitely the only time you're going to definitely catch me over the Easter holidays, because it's time to enjoy the outside, particularly as it's been promised that we're going to have absolutely beautiful weather the whole weekend. So I'm going to be making the most of that. So, oh, you took your girls to the coast today, Pete. It's been beautiful, hasn't it? It really has. Just sat on the beach. It was so warm. It was lovely. Just don't want to get that blobby bunk gun and so. Yeah, this isn't the easiest of games to follow the chat to. It has to be said, you know, it's... Oh, have I managed to destroy it already? Awesome sauce. That's what we want to see. Nope, can't get rid of those guys from here. Oh, no. Rushing into there, so... Hello, Colin. Hope you're well. Yeah, Turrican. Turrican Fridays, or the long good Turrican Fridays, I rather sillily called the stream. I just thought, well, most Good Fridays I do actually sit down and watch one of my favourite films, A Long Good Friday, but today I'm playing Turrican instead, and what a great way to end what has been a completely beautiful day here. So we started off with Turrican 2 on the Amiga, which I'm playing on my Amiga 600 right now with my squeaky zipstick, and then we're going to move on to Mega Turrican at some point on the Mega Drive, which is, for those of you who are not aware of it, is basically Turrican 3. So, also an excellent game. So, right, see if we can do a better job with this guy this time. Give him a few of those. Okay, could have definitely gotten him a bit there. I love the general difficulty level of this game. Too many Amiga games could be just a little bit, just lack that. I quite like that arcade difficulty, even though I'm not, you know, the best games player you're ever gonna see. But I do enjoy that arcade-like challenge, so... even if it does kill me. Keeps you on the ball with the timing. Die, man, die! It's also the size of the enemies as well. I remember seeing this for the first time thinking, wow, look how big are those sprites. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for dropping in, Raw. It's nice to see you. Let's just stick this on. That's handy. Right, okay. No. it would go down really well as a modern remaster DB. I totally agree. I really should pay attention to the game a little bit, because it does have a very strict time limit, and of course obviously if you run out of time you lose a life. So, and I've only got 2 left of those as it is, so bit of a leap of faith here. No, 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 don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. No, 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 I didn't want to do down here either. Oh well. So tricky at times. Oh, whoops. Oh, rats. Dang. Right, okay. Back around we go. Definitely going to run out of time now. Never mind, eh? Yeah, Bob Hoskins at his best, definitely. Colin 316. The whole of the movie is just an absolute tour de force. But the thing that I always find remarkable is the closing scene with a very young Pierce Brosnan when he realises his number is up. The facial expressions that he acts are just incredible. It's 2 minutes worth, and I don't think you'll see it for the start of the stream, but I actually opened with the opening soundtrack from Francis Monkman, just because, well, it's Good Friday, and I thought, why not? So, and plus, it's I don't know, I still quite like the score. It's rather unique, a bit different, but I suppose it just connects it completely to the film, which is just an essential watch. So I certainly know that my copy of the DVD is very well worn, so I love the fluidity of the Turrican sprite animation as well. It's just superb, it really is. I don't like these blind jumps though, that is a bit annoying, but oh well, we'll do our best. Oh. Obviously catching up with where I was. Don't be able to get power up, am I? Okay, I really do need to get that nest thing. Otherwise, I am just going to get hammered. Ah! No lives left. Okay. Doing okay, though. I don't feel too bad about this performance. And your tiny bit of health left. It's not... Oh! That's done it again. Oh, no, I think we're okay. Oh, maybe you do go down here. Trying to remember now. Ah. Just not quick enough, so... Yeah, Bob Hoskins' facial expressions do say it all, so it's well worth playing, so and watching. Sorry. Right, let's give it another go. This is just one of those games that just draws you in so much. You're just like, I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna beat it. Okay, that's not gone well. I didn't want to lose that much energy straight away. Ah, okay, not a good one. Yeah, it really does have it all. It's just one of those amazing sort of complete packages that never gets tiring. So, and even though, as I say, I'm not the best at this game, I've never stopped enjoying it. I just wish that there was a better situation with the Amiga's controls and stuff. I wish there was more 2-button joysticks at very least. Because it does break the gameplay a little bit having to whack that spacebar every now and then, but we go with we go with it. Okay, I'm not doing very good this go at all, so yeah, it's always kicked my backside as well, Colin, so but it's never deterred me from playing it, so definitely not, so but yeah, it's just got the magic something, this game, hasn't it? So it's quite a useful weapon when scaling these heights. Right, we'll head straight down here to conserve a bit of time, so okay, that's better. A little bit of extra energy did nobody any harm, so but yeah, it's amazing how variable the quality of my players from one go to the next. Really not doing that well on this go, so but never mind. Really could do with that other weapon again. There we go, got him. Yeah, Manfred Trent's definitely knew his stuff, so yeah, and Hulsbeck is a genius, you know, so being able to sort of compress that amount of audio and get it to all mix down and get that, you know, playable with the game and everything it's just something else really, so it's just basically a group of people at the height of their creative powers, really, is the way that I sort of look at it. So, you know, sort of working together and that. And the thing that really impressed me was, and I couldn't believe this when I read it, but apparently Turrican 3 on the Amiga will run on a 512k Amiga, which is bonkers. So, you know, how they managed to squeeze that game into just 512k of RAM is something else. So, because I'm not sure how big the Mega Drive cart is, but if it's just, I'd imagine it's 8 megabits, so, but I might be wrong. But even so, it's quite an achievement. Right, let's see if we can get this dude sorted. Come on, move. Will I do it with just the one life? Who knows? Unlikely. Sure as hell give it a go though. Come on, move. If I have a broken zip stick at the end of this, I would not be surprised. This is why you need a good joystick like this one, you know. Something that can take the punishment, so. Ah. Come on, man. It's time to perish. Yeah, got him. It did need a wider selection of controls, there's no doubt about it. I mean, obviously 2-button joysticks were supported for the longest time, but it just didn't help that you had so many other systems that the manufacturers just wanted all that compatibility with the CPC and the Spectrum and all the rest of it, all in one joystick. You know, Commodore 64 as well. And so what you end up with is basically the Amiga sort of starved with these very mediocre 1-button joysticks, or good 1-button joysticks like the Zip Stick, but you know, there's still one button, which means that, you know, even if the spacebar is right in front of me, I'm sure all of you would agree that having to take the hand that is properly stabilising the joystick is I'm just trying to move on to the next level actually, guys, so I love the fact you can just sort of run and gun, just jump down and but yeah, the level of exploration in this game is just incredible, it really is. The question is though, will I run out of time again and use yet another life? Whew. Yeah, I know there's a 1-up that's dropped down now. Should I go and get it? think it just drops down here, doesn't it? Oh. But maybe I missed it by dying. Gonna die again in a minute. Oh well. Oh, now it's dropping down. Oh, I can see it now. Come on, where are you then? Where's it drop down? Ah. Okay. Prepare to blow up. Oh yeah, seeing Batman on the A500. Yeah, that I've still got my copy of that. I never had the Amiga 500 Batman pack. As the first Amiga I bought, as I've probably said a number of times, is the Amiga 600 Lemmings pack, which just literally came with. Yeah, it was just literally. That's how you get the one. Is it? Aha. Okay, that's kind of handy to have. That came with, as it tends to suggest, Lemmings and Duke was paint free. Obviously Amiga Workbench as well, but that was all it was. But I do remember seeing Batman packs in the shops very vaguely. I was still quite young at the time. I seem to have ended up with this awful weapon that I can't stand a lot today. Yeah, there we go. That was worth doing. Ah! Higher up than ball, yeah. We're getting there, we're getting there. Whee! Oh, no lives left. Completed the first stage. F-18 Interceptor, yeah, that was a cool game as well, definitely. Don't think there's any secrets over that side here, are there? Oh! Game over. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I was only 6 when the Batman pack came out, so... Oh, Dragon's Lair, yeah. I was watching a video about that earlier on this week, actually. It's quite incredible what they managed to pack in just today's few discs, so... Right, once again with more feeling, as they say. Okay, that was a bad start. Come on. There we go. The Pit of Doom, yes. The Pit of Doom got me, so... You have to laugh about these things, otherwise you'd cry. That was some pretty classic gameplay, you have to say. One for the ages. Oh no, I've got that crappy weapon again. Right, let's see if we can do this a bit better this time and actually last more than 2 seconds on the second stage. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? So, as Stuart Lee once said, "Oh Icarus, fly not too close to the sun." No. But yeah, it's definitely a test of reactions. This is not a game to play if you've had... Well, if it is a game to play if you've had a few to drink, but don't expect to play very well is all I would say. Or at least that's my case. So I will catch up the chat shortly, guys. I've just gotten engrossed with the game really more than anything, which is no bad thing really. So but not that engrossed that I don't die. So hey, thank Bocca's Retro Stuff. Yeah, happy holidays to you too. Happy Easter, and just playing some classic Turrican 2 on the Amiga here. So on my Amiga 600 that I bought in 1993. So still works as good as the day that it was new. So which is awesome. Oh no, whoops! Didn't think that one through, did I? Right, let's see if we can get rid of this. There we go. That'll do nicely. Don't want this bouncy ball weapon. Don't like it. Oh! Oh, I don't know which one it's from. I think it was when he was describing it. I think it was actually from one of his BBC Two television shows, actually. I don't think it was from one of his live performances. I think it was when he was talking about Chris Moyles' autobiography, where he set out to create a toilet book, as the author themselves actually described it. So die, man, die. Got him. Ah. Oh, thanks, Colin. Nice of you to join us. Hope you have a great rest of your Easter. And yeah, I will do my best. But I do feel that Turrican is handing my backside to me on a plate at the moment. So, as I'm basically just almost dead, having got only 2 seconds into the first level. So that's something to put on the CV, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, this the original Turrican, and obviously Turrican 2 did come out on the C64 as well. It's a mad accomplishment, wasn't it, Mad Pete? Astonishing, really, when you think what they were able to get that system to do. So I do really enjoy the first Turrican on the Amiga, no doubt about it, but could do with that. I can't actually get that power up for some reason. Oh well. Oh, we'll just go down here for a little bit, shall we? There you go, that is one good thing for up for jump. You can at least still control the actual upwards movements whilst having a sip of your water, and use the water bottle to try and shoot off the death ray things. So how not to play Turrican. Oh no. Hey Retrotech Ralph, how you doing? Have you missed the best bits? No, the best is always to come when it comes to me playing Turrican. Laughs are plenty, so really not doing very well on this go, it has to be said. Oh dear. Yes. Yeah, so yeah, I do love Stuart Lee. He's a very funny guy. Right, let's see where we're doing for time. I think we should give Turrican 2 another couple of goes on the Amiga before we look at getting the Mega Drive powered up. And no, I wanted the laser. Never mind. Yeah, I hope you're well, Ralph, anyway, so... There's the laser. Woohoo! Right, on a mission to do a bit better this time, it has to be said. Oh. It's a bit better. Such a tough game, one of the best on the Amiga. Yeah, definitely is Duncan Stars. Did you hear the orchestral album? I haven't as yet, actually, Duncan. I do need to check that out, so... because from everything that I've heard about it, no pun intended, it was awesome. So definitely need to check that out soon. So, oh, Mad Pete's heard it. You enjoyed it, yeah? I do need to sort out some way that I'm able to at least look at the messages a little bit better than what I have been doing for these game streams, because whilst it's alright for Deluxe Paint, there's just, unless they're playing something like Civilization maybe or SimCity, this really isn't the easiest of games to be playing when you need to look down at your phone to keep up with the chat log. So I will figure out something to improve that, so that I can be a little bit more interactive with your messages. But yeah, I do definitely want to check that out at some point soon, Duncan. I hope you're well. Happy Easter holidays. Banjo Guy Ollie, oh, he's awesome, isn't he, Mad Pete? Yeah, I do want to listen to a bit more of his stuff. I've got a long journey, as I say, tomorrow down to the southwest of England to catch up with Sansian. So it's quite possible that I will put together a little mixtape, shall we say. Well, not really a mixtape, but you know what I mean. Laser, yeah. And put that on in the car tomorrow, so it'll either be that or I'll just end up taking my AIM and Bonobo CDs with me like I always do. So not that there's anything wrong with that, don't get me wrong. I mean, driving to Bonobo is awesome, but adios. This is why I'm sure everybody prefers the laser weapon, don't they? The bounce one does have some use, but I hate it generally. It's just got no power. Always do the same thing there. That's the thing, it's such a frenetic game, but yet it makes you want to sort of crack on, and of course if you rush into it, it's where you're going to get caught out, so... But yeah, it sort of requires that sort of mixture of speed and also just a slightly methodical sort of gameplay approach to it. So I think that's probably what makes the gameplay so awesome in it. Oh, got the bloody bounce weapon again. No! I will check that out. I don't have Amazon Music, but I do have Spotify, so is it available on there? No, 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 you're not going to get me, little green dude. Not having that. Right. I think we're in better shape than we ever have been at this point in the first stage. Move. No, move. No, move. There you go. Definitely going to lose this life, I think. My poor Amiga keyboard is just getting whacked at the moment with me just smacking that space bar so hard. Don't like to treat it so badly. It's an old girl after all, so... Take that. There we go. That wasn't a bad result, actually. Ooh. Well, if you weren't awake when you started watching this, you sure as heck should be now. I'm almost dead again. That's bad. That's really bad. Come on, we can do better than that, so... Yeah, I definitely would consider that DB, actually, so... That would be a lot of fun, wouldn't it? So... Yeah, I play all sorts of games, so... I've never played many of the Sierra Adventure games. I tended to prefer the LucasArts ones, I guess. I definitely did have a lot of time for things like King's Quest and stuff like that, so so that's definitely something that I'll definitely consider doing. I'd love to do a playthrough of The Secret of Monkey Island 1 and 2 at some point, but just of late my tastes have been much more for action games and stuff. I don't know, I just go through these phases really. Obviously I started doing the Chrono Trigger streams. How am I going to get this dude? There you go. So yeah, it's on the cards for at some point, I think. Oh, I should really use the ball. We're gone now. Just going to get the extra life scene as I'm bound to run out of time at some point soon. Never know, I might make it. Oh, I think we will actually. There we go. Right. Yeah, they are a nightmare to get past, aren't they, DB? So, yeah, I bet you didn't sleep for that amount of time, Mad Pete. Let's just catch up with the chat a little. I love the copper backgrounds in this as well. So indicative of the Amiga. So, yeah, Operation Stealth would be a good one. So, yeah. Oh, thanks, Chris. Nice of you to stop by. Yeah, it's tricky to catch up when you're mobile, isn't it? So, but yeah, hope you're well. Hope you've had a nice day, and yeah, of course we've got the whole Easter holidays to look forward to, so which is awesome. So, yeah, um, I'm sorry if I have missed your messages. It's not intentional. It's just very tricky to keep up with this kind of game. Right, it's just there, isn't it? How'd you get through there then? Oh, maybe you have to shoot it. Oh, not again! I'm obviously not very familiar. Oh, my memory's terrible of this station by the looks of it, so... Oh, okay. Well, that was that, so... How on earth do you manage to miss the ones that have got the cracks, then? Huh. Oh, well. There we go. Well, that's Turrican on the Amiga, so certainly very, very good. Turrican 2, so it's every other block, yeah. I think what it is, I just didn't pick up on the cracks in the block quick enough there, did I? So, right, let's just flick this onto here. I'm just going to turn the light on in here as well, because it's going to get dark soon now that the sun's gone down, so... I'm going to switch over to Mega Turrican, so... Okay, Duncan, that's cool advice. Alright, well... Next time I play Turrican 2, I'm gonna get past it, so yeah. I'm sure I've gotten past that part before, but obviously must have been a little while back and I've forgotten, so... Right, okay, so I think we'll go for Mega Turrican now, so I just need to unplug the SCART cable for the Amiga. And plug in the Mega Drive SCART. Hey Lobsterminator, hope you're well. Yeah, we've had a beautiful day here, so it's been really gorgeous. I've been down at the beach, but yeah, the sun is only just going down now, so we've got a beautiful sort of pinky orange sky, and yeah, it's just been lovely. It really has. I just spent most of the day just outside, came back for a little bit just to cool off, and then went back down the beach again, so ideal really. So we're going to play some Mega Turrican. There's a cartridge there. It's been pretty well played, my copy, so... okay, let's flick that one. There we are. All good. Right. Is this version any good? I'll let you be the judge of this, Mad Pete. As I understand it, the Mega Drive technically got all 3 versions of Turrican, but there's a few caveats. I think the first one, Turrican 1, was released on the Mega Drive, and I think it's pretty solid. I think there are some variations to the Amiga version, but then it got Turrican 2, which was released as, is it Universal Soldier? But basically, they reskinned it as a movie license, with the multifaceted acting talents of Jean-Claude Van Damme. Might be being slightly sarcastic there. Being part of the movie, so I think it was reskinned for that, which is a shame really. It actually cut out some of the levels. And then they released Mega Turrican, which as gamers for Fortune or Fortune or yeah, they basically released Turrican 3 as Mega Turrican. So yeah, So graphically speaking, it's very good. I still prefer the Amiga audios, as Graham was for. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Although I do have a bit of a soft spot for the Mega Drive's audio, so let's just reset here and go from the beginning. Let's switch this to the Mega Drive. Yeah, I do have a bit of a soft spot for the Genesis or Sega Mega Drive's audio. I obviously prefer the sound the Amiga produces with the baller chip, but there's something very distinctive about the Mega Drive audio. So it's very metallic sounding. So and there are some really classic soundtracks on the Mega Drive, which could only really be done with the Mega Drive. So. But it's broadly the same game. I don't think there's really any other variations apart from the quality of the graphics, which are slightly cut back on the Amiga, and the sound quality is better on the Amiga, but it's still good, still really good. It's got the same intro, virtually. I think it's ever so slightly different, but it's all there. But it's an extremely good version. I think you're going to enjoy this, Mad Pete. Let's get into it. So, and of course, obviously, the Mega Drive features exactly the same CPU as the Amiga, the Motorola 68000. So, and of course, obviously, quite different hardware outside of that. So, let's get going. Right, this is going to be a bit of a culture shock to remember all the buttons now that I've gotten used to. The Amiga's controls. I'm now looking for the spacebar again. But it does make a lot more sense having the better controls of the Mega Drive controller and the extra buttons, so definitely makes it a bit more playable. So, and of course the other thing with Turrican 3 or Mega Turrican is that you have the get the buttons right. Come on, where's jump gone? There it is. You've got the grappling hook, and it's just a lot easier to use on the Mega Drive because you just push a button and there it is. So, well, it is when you do it right. There you go. So it's just much easier because with the Amiga you usually got to do a bit of persuading the controller to release the grappling arm and all that kind of stuff, but graphically they're very similar indeed. I would certainly be happy playing Turrican 3 on the Amiga as well as, but not that it takes a lot to set up my Amiga 600, but just plugging in the Mega Drive is just that little bit easier sometimes. So to get my Turrican fix, I really enjoy this version. Oh. Ah. There you go, let me go up there. Ah! Don't die. There you go. Oh! But yeah, it's still got that rock hard gameplay, which, okay, that was just unfortunate. That we all know and love. Ah, just missed a heart. Damn. Could have done with that. The other nice thing is you can just hold down the B button to fire, so that is something. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? The Mega Drive is just that little bit newer than the Amiga's custom chipset, so not a massive amount in it, but Obviously, they started designing the Amiga chipset in 1982. It's first properly demoed by probably about, when was it, 1984? And obviously not released to the market until 1985. So the Amiga was just that little bit older in terms of hardware, but as I say, the fact that Turrican 3 will run on a 512K Amiga 500 is nothing short of breathtaking, really. And obviously the Mega Drive has even less memory, but in terms of actual system RAM, but obviously with consoles, the cartridges do act as the memory themselves, so that's why you don't tend to get consoles, well, like Mega Drive and with lots of memory. I've forgotten how to do the ball. Why has it stopped working? I thought it was C and down, wasn't it? Seems to have stopped doing it, but never mind. I don't want to do that because that's wasting those. Just don't seem to be able to make the ball for a moment, so we'll figure that out. There you go, let's get rid of that. Right. I've always found this bit a little bit tricky to get the momentum to get. There you go. Sometimes I just struggle to get back up there, so yeah, it's still a really nice port, isn't it? It's like I say, I'd still very happily play the Amiga port. Really good video by Kim Justice if you want to check out her video on the Turrican series. She goes into sort of some of the genesis of the, no pun intended, of Turrican 3. You know, its protracted development and so forth. But yeah, it's definitely one of my favourite shooters on the Mega Drive. Perhaps not as up there with Gunstar Heroes for me, but it's very damn close. Either way, you're going to have a good time, whatever version you choose to play this on. Of course, obviously, the unusual thing is that whilst the Mega Drive had Super Turrican and Super Turrican 2, none of them really bear any resemblance to any of the home computer versions, as it were. So I do find this, once you get back into the swing of the Mega Drive controls after playing on the Amiga, it is just that little bit, well, little bit, it's just, I much prefer playing on joypads these days. I always find this bit really tricky as well. Oh, don't die, don't die, no, 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 no. Rather get zapped by the flames. Right. Could do with being able to turn into the ball now, but I just don't seem to be able to do it at the moment for some bizarre reason. Oh, this bit always reminds me of Tetsuo's transformation in Akira. I'm sure this is where they got their... oh, when we get to it, it will do. I thought that was when the end of level boss was going to come in just there, but when we get to it, if you've not seen it before, you'll know what I mean if you've seen Akira, so it does remind me of it immensely, so. Yeah, definitely don't seem to be able to transform at the moment for some reason. Probably need to make a bit of a beeline to the end of level boss, really. Do with a weapon power up at this stage. Oh, okay, so we're just going to have to face off with... but yeah, this is the bit that I was referring to. It does. For some reason, this boss reminds me of Tetsuo's transformation. Pretty grim. Ooh. Jump. Rats. I don't know why, but my jump button's just not working as good as it should do, but never mind. Not going to make excuses. Oh no, I don't usually die this badly at this stage. Oh no, really squandering my... There we go, we'll go for that. Go nuclear, so... Tetris with meat cut-offs, yeah, pretty grim. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it, Mad Pete? It's sort of, that's what I felt like after Amiga build stream last week. I just really wanted to get my Turrican on, so I'm making amends this week. Oh, rats. I said I'm making amends, but I'm also jumping down big holes, so... Yeah, Turrican 3 is more linear, but I still really enjoy it. But yeah, the open-ended environments of Turrican 1 and 2 are somewhat missed, it has to be said. Hey Neil, hope you're well. Happy Easter holidays. Hope your Amiga 500 has recovered from the KCS power board and been infected with that MS-DOS virus. Well, obviously not an actual MS-DOS virus, but just a virus of having MS-DOS on it, that's all. Oh no, wrong button. Dead. Yeah, good night, DB. Hope you're well and have a fab Easter. Thanks for joining us. So, and thanks for the safe journey wishes. Yeah. Keep an eye on Twitter for when I'm next going to be doing a stream. As I said, there won't be a Pixel Art one this week. So, oh. Okay, I'm just literally getting caught by all the water this time around. I seem to be able to change into ball again. Maybe it's limited on Turrican 3, I can't remember. Oh. Yeah, the dolphin sound, yeah. See, you know, I know the Mega Drive obviously, generally speaking, doesn't have as good a audio as the Amiga as on a whole, but it's still got something really special about it that I love. A very distinctive metallic sound from its FM synthesis. Oh. Making a bit of a mess of this stage, aren't I? I think a lot of this also comes down to good old-fashioned memorisation as well. Why am I down there? But yeah, I still find that the soundtrack really suits this version, although... Oh. I have a feeling I'm going to be dead soon. And I was. Calling an exorcist, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking much the same actually. Don't want to do that yet. Still a very cool piece of kit though, in all seriousness. Always remember seeing those. Hey Sansian. Hope you're well. Tomorrow is almost nigh. Lock up your Amigas, because Vixen will be in town. Oh. Probably don't actually need to swing there, I can just jump, can't I? Let go. There we go. The only thing I will say is that sometimes it's a little bit hard just to figure out what is actually background graphics and what are adversaries, or like these little cannons here. It can be a little bit hard to spot sometimes, but I suppose that's half the idea, isn't it, really? I mean, it wasn't meant to be easy, was it? So... That would somewhat defeat the object, wouldn't it? So... It's also quite a cool sound effect when you... Oh no, I just filled that heart. Over to the Mega Drive, yeah, we're on the Mega Drive now, so... Playing some Mega Turrican, which is Turrican 3 on the Amiga, but... It's just awesome, so... It's definitely Mega, so... Certainly enjoy playing this, even if I'm not the best Turrican player that you'll ever see, so... Oh, over here. Unsettling Pete, yeah. Oh, bless you. Oh, don't go to too much effort. But yeah, no, can't wait for tomorrow. It's going to be fun. So yeah. Hope you managed to get some rest tonight though, so. Yeah, it was a fun stream, wasn't it, with Gary and Sanji and so. Lots of goodies. Oh, whoops. Losing my concentration here. Oh, no, not this way. Let's wait. Uh-oh. Who are we facing off against now? Oh no, we're not facing off anybody. You've got to... Oh, my favourite of all, underwater stuff. Never been a fan of underwater stages for some reason. Oh no. Oh no, you sounded great, Sanzian. But yeah, we all say that when we hear our own voice. It's like that first time when you hear yourself on an answer machine, isn't it? You think, oh my god, is that what I sound like? So I still think the same when I listen to my voice, so I sound like a librarian that's lost a will to live, so I know it's not true. Ooh. Oh, again, I just... Yeah. You do get used to it, that's for sure. That's certainly what I found anyway, so... Wow, 21 Amigas. That's some serious Amiga. Some serious Amiga action there. Over this way. Here we go. Get rid of this metallic crab down here. Difficult keeping up with the chat, yeah. It is tricky, isn't it? So, certainly playing Turrican and keeping up with the chat is nigh impossible. Yeah, but it was good though, Tim. It was really good. So, certainly, some very interesting curios that Gary's picked up there. So, as I say, some of those joypads looked as if they could do with more than half a pint of Dettol splashed over them. So, Need to make sure I'm not in the water when those guys zap the electric eels, so... Oh, extra life. I love the transparency effect here though. It's basically just darker colours, but very effective. So one of the things that things on the extra half bright mode on the Amiga are ideally suited to, but unfortunately by default your 7 megahertz Amiga 500 is going to struggle a bit with extra half bright. Oops, okay. You know, sort of like 450 FPS platformer. Game over, no. Yeah, I bet you had to wash your hands after that. It was pretty grim Fandango. That PlayStation pad in that box looked actually really interesting. You know, like from the outside, like, wow, an actual boxed, you know, Mega Drive, PlayStation, you know, original controller. But yeah, when you actually revealed it, it was like, ew. Right, back to stage 1 it is. Out of continues. Oh well, not to worry. Oh! And people laugh at your gloves, yeah. I can well understand why you wear those, Neil. I certainly wouldn't want to be handling stuff that old without suitable protection, shall we say. Oops. Turrican to it. Yeah, I mean, it is very special, isn't it? So... essentially, I just like all three of them. That's where I come from with it, so... but it's good that you know what your favourite is. My problem is that I enjoy all of them so much that I never quite know which one to... oh, okay. Play sometimes, so... okay, he's just disappeared, that's unusual. Come on, let me go up. Okay, that was useful, wasn't it? Okay, I'm clearly not going to be able to get up there for one reason. Try and get the heart. There you go. Oh yeah, Play Expo sounds amazing. Sadly, whilst I'm in Manchester in May, it's not until the end of the month, and I'm just not going to be able to get up there before early May. So, as I've got a family birthday which I'm going to down here, and I'm also shooting a wedding on the Saturday, so it kind of completely precludes being able to come to Play Expo. But I am thinking of going up to the one in Glasgow, which I believe is at the start of June, so which should be fun. But yeah, if I don't get to one in Glasgow, I don't think I'm going to get to any of the Play Expos this year, sadly, because the Blackpool one also coincides with another wedding I'm shooting, so it's a bit of a bummer, but I will be doing other things as well. So got the Swag Workbench meeting in about a month's time, and also there's the Swindon Museum of Computing, which is coming up in May as well, with Neil. So yeah, I don't feel that I'm totally missing out, although I am. So self-preservation's a wonderful thing, isn't it? Maybe we should wear Pixel Fix and badges to spot each other. Maybe. I know that oh, Neil has some badges, one which well, actually I've got two, so but oh no, not again. But yeah, it's not long now, is it? So was it 2 weeks? I'm sure you'll have a blast. So I was going to try and get to Revival in is that in Walsall, isn't it? But I just don't think I'm going to be able to manage that one either. So hey Amiga Code, I hope you're well. Yeah, the Southwest Amiga group meeting will be a lot of fun, so I know that I'm looking forward to that one again. So the meeting back in January, wasn't it, was really good. So not sure which Amiga I'm going to take with me for that one, but a Amiga of some description. I think the ball action in this version of Turrican must be limited, so because I can't do it now, so it's not like Turrican 2 where you can just, as long as you can reach for the spacebar, you can just blast it. So this is quite a useful weapon actually, so it's not as bad as I thought it was to start with. So I think the other thing that I really enjoy about action platforms like Turrican is it's almost like playing a shmup, and I love my shmups. So oh, looking at the chat, not at what I'm doing. So but yeah, this is definitely not the easiest game to follow from the point of view of the chat and all the rest of it, as you have to be so on the ball. So the homing missile that I've got at the moment is actually really helpful for this bit, seeing as don't seem to have the ball. Oops, lost a life there. There we go. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I can't rule it out that I won't be going to Walsall for the Revival or whatever it's called, but makes you think of Goodwood talking about the Revival. So which of course I would also definitely do as... Ah. No. Really didn't want to get myself involved with that guy there, but never mind. Hey there, Late Night Reviews. Hope you're well. Hello, Simone. Thanks for joining us. We're just playing some Mega Turrican on the Mega Drive. The real McCoy. We've played some Turrican 2 on my Amiga 600 earlier on, so we're blasting our way through the first stage of Turrican, Mega Turrican that is, on the Mega Drive now. So, but yeah, as I was saying earlier on, this end of level boss just always reminds you of the transformation of Tetsuo and Akira. So, which means to say that it's bloody horrible looking. So. Oh. I was finding this stage so much easier the other day when I played this, or this end of level boss rather, so I don't know what's changed in the last couple of days or so. Ugh. Oh, I've basically squandered all of those lives, haven't I? Oh. Hey there, Doug. Hope you're doing well. So, we are indeed enjoying some Turrican. I was doing really well there, but then that boss just, for some reason tonight, has caused me a lot of problems. Doesn't usually, so not sure why. I'm planning on, let's just see what the time is. It's 1:45, so we're probably going to play for probably about another 20 minutes or so, I guess. As I have an early start tomorrow, so I hope you're all doing well. It's a nice thought, this long weekend ahead of us, isn't it? So I can't believe how well timed the good weather is at the moment. I don't know if it's the case across all of the UK, if indeed that's, obviously I know some of you aren't listening from here, but it's been easily over 20 degrees Celsius here today, so for Doug that's about 70 Fahrenheit, so basically a winter's day for you. Bouncy, 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 bouncy. Yeah, take care, Amiga Koto. I hope you're well. Hey, wow, Sao Paulo. That's awesome. Thanks for joining us all the way from there. So, I know that the Mega Drive is an exceptionally popular system in Brazil. Even today. Are they still making them? There's a massive Sega following over in Brazil, isn't there? So this will hopefully be not a completely unfamiliar site. So, okay, let's not bother with that. Oh, it's good to hear there's nice weather in Finland as well. So it must be all over Europe that we're having this nice spell, so... It's just been timed perfectly, so thanks for joining us, Bocca. I hope you're well. I tend to play any retro system, really. Particularly the 16-bit era, I guess. But whether it's the Super Nintendo, the Commodore Amiga, or in this case the Mega Drive. But I also play other systems like the PlayStation and the Commodore 64, which hopefully I'm going to get working soon. No pressure, Tim. I'd also play sort of PS2 and stuff like that, and so forth. So I play a bit of everything, really. So oh. So yeah, just enjoy the these classics like Turrican. There's very little to beat it, so... Oh, that's cool! Yeah, no, it's amazing, you know, how long the love for the Mega Drive has been sustained in Brazil, so... Yeah, Tectoy, that's the name I was trying to think of. But it is such an iconic system, so... I can't remember who I was listening to recently, but it sort of kind of described the Mega Drive as or the Genesis as a mini let me get up there, a mini Neo Geo, which in many respects I can see where they're coming from with that. So, but ultimately it's just full of that Motorola 68000 goodness. So many iconic machines based on that exceptional CPU, like the aforementioned Neo Geo, Mega Drive, as I say, and Amiga, Atari ST. What else uses 68000? Obviously the Apple Macintosh to start with, so lots of Sun workstations and Apollo workstations. Yeah, HP workstations, so yeah. An awesome all-round system to, or CPU to have in your console or whatever, say. There we go. Yeah, the AT games or AT games Mega Drive is not very good, is it? But I've been keeping a bit of a close eye on the Mega Drive Mini, or... Oh, that was close. The Genesis Mini, and the games list for that looks exceptional. Not at all like Sony's wasted opportunity with their PlayStation Classic or whatever it was called. yeah, it's got things like Castlevania Bloodlines, Gunstar Heroes, Shinobi 3. What else has it got on there? Castle of Illusion, World of Illusion. I think it's got Landstalker on there. Streets of Rage 2. I don't know whether it's got any of the Phantasy Star games on it though. It might have Phantasy Star 2, so. But yeah, that's looking like a, if they get the emulation right, like an excellent system, so. Oh, have you not seen an Amiga in Brazil? Yeah, they weren't as popular outside of Europe, sadly, despite it being, obviously Commodore being North American, well, US company. Sadly, the Amiga didn't make much of a mark outside of Europe, where it was its stronghold, but another awesome 16 and also, well, technically it's 32-bit, but the chipset and the first Amigas were 16-bit, but yeah, just an awesome gaming system and computer system, so something that you, if you ever get the chance to check out, I'm sure you would enjoy it, so. Right, don't die straight away, Vicky. Died straight away. Famous last words. There must be some knack to this that I've forgotten today, because I just don't seem to be able to make any damage to the teeth. And then when I try to jump over this horrible thing, it I just immediately get annihilated, so there must be some knack to it that I've forgotten in the last few days. Both stunning machines, yeah. That's 16-bit goodness. You can't beat it, can you? Yay! There we go. Does the Japanese one come with a 6-button controller? So, well, that's interesting to know. But yeah, I think C64 on an Amiga. Well, I'm sure you will do one day, so. It's cool that there's interest in Brazil for these systems, so what am I doing here? I'm not concentrating, that's what I'm doing. Oh. One of the strange things about Turrican is the inability to actually aim your weapon. I've always found that, a little bit strange, so. Yeah, that new Mario game, what's all that about? I just saw that, looking at the chat and not what I'm meant to be doing. Yeah, that looks incredible, so. Okay, come. I'm trying to read the chat and keep up with you guys, and I'm not paying any attention to what's happening on the screen. Excuses, excuses, as they say, so... Oh, no. Wow, you used to have two SX64s, Sanji. That's amazing. Well, yeah, I think we've mentioned it a few times. We all have those things that we regret selling that we should never have sold. Oh, that's... Oh, okay. Awesome, Exterminator, thank you. Ooh. Yeah, the taxes, yeah. That's sometimes the problem with importing some stuff from Japan. It's just that it can get quite expensive, or even indeed just from the States, you know, if you want that rare bit of Amiga hardware, which, you know, for higher end systems, which is a little bit more easier to find in the States, or perhaps a piece of software that is just a little bit easier to find in the States, like, say, for example, AdPro or something like that. It can get quite pricey, can't it? So it's something you have to factor into before you hit the trigger button on eBay, that's for sure. Oh, just not far enough, so... The Amiga prototype and the SX64 case. Oh, that's what you shared. Sorry, I thought that was the Super Mario game for the C64 or C128. Well, that is interesting. I know that some of the early sort of Amiga developer systems were in black cases, so I assume this is something else, isn't it? So they're called the Velvet prototype systems, those ones that I'm thinking of, but I'm guessing, because obviously I can't look right now, that this is something else that they've uncovered, which is very cool. So that is a good deal actually, Doug, isn't it? Amazing. So I think what we'll do is we'll play to the end of Discontinue, which with my standard of play tonight should be about the next 2 seconds. I don't think I'm that bad. I just keep on making some boneheaded mistakes. And I keep on missing these bubbles that come up to float and get me, that these robotic crabs are shooting at me, so... You know things have got bad when you've got robotic crabs after you, so... Oh, no, it's going to sap all my energy, so... I do apologise if I've missed any of your messages or things that you wanted to ask me in the chat, guys. It's just, oh no. It's just that this is such an intense game that unless you want me to watch me die all the time, which I'm kind of doing anyway, sort of need to keep a few eyes on the game. £500 to £600, wow. I consider myself relatively fortunate that I'm very happy with what I do have systems wise. Otherwise it could be very expensive, as you say. I think really the only things that I'll be purchasing this year is just more games every now and then, I guess. So definitely digging my Mega Drive stuff at the moment. So oh, okay. I was playing a bit of Wonder Boy 3 in Monsterland, is it? Monster World. So I was just looking across to the box. That's been a bit of fun this week, so I would play a bit of that this evening as well, but it is a Turrican stream, and as I say, I have a very early start tomorrow, and I know what I'm like. I'll play it with the intention of only playing for 20 minutes, and then 2 hours later I'll still be playing, so... No, dead again. £70, yeah, I can well believe that, Santian. Isn't it just a way, though, that there was that period at the end of the 90s, sort of, to about the mid-2000s, maybe even a bit longer, where nobody wanted this stuff. People were just throwing it out left, right and centre, weren't they? Okay, that's that. Hey there, Mirko, hope you're well. I'm really sorry, but I think that's probably about as much gameplay as we're going to do this evening. So sorry that you've caught us at the last minute. I hope you're well, though. But yeah, it is frustrating, isn't it, Pete? That the prices are so expensive these days. So let's just bring back in the webcam. There you go, it's got dark outside now. That's the fun we have. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Wow, that's a lot of PCs to throw away, Doug. So, yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? You just couldn't get them. People just wouldn't take them. I mean, it's like my Amiga 3000 that I sold for, you know, £125. You know, it had all the keyboard, extra RAM, Golden Gate 386 card in there, probably other stuff that I can't remember. You know, and I remember probably selling a working Blizzard PPC for peanuts, basically, maybe similar price. So yeah. Well, I hope you've enjoyed Turrican, guys. I certainly enjoyed it, so it has been a lot of fun. Thanks, Neil. So I hope you all have a really lovely weekend. Obviously, it's Easter here in the UK, and it is in many countries. So I hope you have fun whatever you're doing. So tomorrow I'm off to Sandian's, Tim's, for a day of retro goodness. So that will be fun. It's been a sober affair for me tonight, but at least it means that we've had some half-decent gameplay, so... it's kept you away from doing some actual work. Well, that's all good, Error 42. I wouldn't want you actually being productive at this hour, so... Oh, thanks, Sub7 It's very kind, so... No worries, so... Oh, I will check that out, Doug, because I've got to do a little bit of bits and pieces tonight still. I shan't be retiring just yet, so I'm going to probably check that out and pop it on in the background. I know that you sent me a Twitter message as well, Doug, so I will get back to you on that. So I've just been out most of the day, so no worries at all, Mad Pete. It's been a pleasure, so and no worries at all. The future's 8-bit. I will see you tomorrow, aiming to get down for 10 o'clock, so... early start for me. Should be leaving here just before 7, I think. So, probably stop for my once or twice a year McDonald's trips. I don't eat at fast food restaurants as a rule of thumb. So, but I think tomorrow I'm gonna have to make the exception as I've run out of muesli here. So, anyway, oh no worries, Ralph. I hope you enjoyed the bath. He's North America's biggest recapper. Interesting. Okay. I didn't know that. I will definitely check him out. So yeah, I assume it's him. Check her out. I don't know, but yeah. So I don't know. Apart from obviously Maddie, I certainly can't recap an Amiga. I could kneecap an Amiga perhaps, but not recap one. So as I say, if you see me anywhere within about 10 feet of your systems with a soldering iron, run away with them. Run away. Anyway, have a great one, guys. It's been a pleasure, and I guess all I can say is I'll see you soon. Cheers.